Hello, everyone, to 24 Days of Yoga. Today is day one, and I'm super excited to share another 24 days of yoga with you because I believe that yoga can enrich our lives on so many levels. So, what better to start off with our first day with sun salutations? Sun salutations, also known as Surya Namaskar, as the Sanskrit word for sun salutation, is a perfect practice to do, even if you only have a few minutes a day, to really integrate that yoga goodness into your day. So, today I will guide you through the first steps of how to do sun salutations. And why are sun salutations so great to do? Because they have so many wonderful health benefits. So, some of the benefits, they have tons of them, obviously, but some of the benefits are that sun salutations help to improve your posture, they help with blood circulation. Just to name a few, they strengthen your body overall. And for me, they also release tension out of my mind and my body as I practice them, which helps me to feel more clear and to be more focused after I practice a few rounds of sun salutations. And obviously, any form of practice helps to strengthen the body. So let's just hop onto our mats and begin in a child's pose. Let's begin today in a wide-legged child's pose, meaning we have the knees out as wide as our mat and then have the big toes to touch together. From here, let's walk the hands all the way forward so that we can rest our head down onto the mat. If this is not really accessible to you, you can always come up onto your forearms and then just rest your head on your hands, which are stacked maybe on top of each other. Maybe you could make fists with your hands here, or maybe you simply take a cushion and prop it underneath your head. Now, allowing the breath to travel up and down your spine in this pose will help you to feel a little bit more at ease, allowing the body to drop into this present moment of time. Just granting you a few moments before we start our practice to connect to our bodies, to connect to our breath, really sets the tone for the next few minutes. So breathing in and out of your nose, allowing the breath to travel up and down the spinal column. Just a few more breaths here. All right, let's take the hands underneath the shoulders, lift the head up, and then walk your hands a little forward so that you can bring the knees stacked underneath the hips with the toes pointing back, hands underneath the shoulders. Little micro bend here in the elbows. We'll go for a few rounds of cat-cow. Big toes are pressing down into the mat as we inhale, dropping the belly down towards the ground, lifting the gaze, pushing the chest forward, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, and trying to find length rather than an arch in the lower back. So really focus on that length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And as we exhale, let's round the spine, chin to chest, really press hands, knees, toes down, and find that opening at the back of your shoulder blades. We'll do that again with the breath. We inhale, drop the belly down, find that uplifting gaze, opening of the front body. Exhale, rounding, chin to chest. That's it. Let's do one more round. Inhale, drops the belly, lift the gaze, find that openness through the collarbones, the chest. And as we exhale, one more time, rounding the spine, really feeling that spreading of the shoulder blades apart, that broadness in the upper back body. Inhale, coming back to neutral tabletop position. Now from here, I like to send it up into a downward facing dog, just feeling into my hamstrings. So lifting the knees up, sending the hips back. Let's just see how we feel today Maybe there's lots of space in the back of your hamstrings. Maybe they feel a little tight. Just take a moment here to pedal your heels down, alternating right and left. See if you can push your chest more back towards the thighs, creating a nice long line of the head in line with the hips. Gaze is back. Look at your knees, look at your toes. Spread the fingers wide. Keep your neck free to move, lots of space between the ears and the shoulders. Now, wherever we are, if your heels don't connect down to the floor easily, just keep your knees bent here. No need to press the heels down. We just want to make sure that our spine is in one long line. Beautiful. Now let's just take a little stroll all the way up to the top of the mat. So setting one foot in front of the other, maybe coming up onto the fingertips, walking it all the way up to the top of the mat. Coming into Uttanasana, our forward fold. So the feet are hip width distance, toes pointing forward. And then from here, we could come into ragdoll pose, meaning we grab the outer edges of the elbows, knees are generously or gently bent, your choice. And then just sway a little bit side to side out of your hip. Couple more breaths here. Playing with the weight distribution, sending the weight maybe into the toes and then back into the heels. Just play a little bit around, noticing how that little gentle movement already changes sensations in the hamstrings. Good. Drop the fingers back down to the ground. Inhale, rolling up chin to chest. Keep your spine rounded. Coming up into standing by pressing into the feet. Last thing that lifts is your head. Awesome. Beautiful. Now, to start sun salutations, we start in mountain pose. So feet are hip width distance. The heels are pushing down into the ground, and we draw the heels in as if they had magnets that wanted to connect towards each other. This just helps us to activate the muscles in the legs and to be prepared for a good stance. Now, gentle bend here in the knees. We roll the shoulders up and back and down, spread the fingers nice and wide, and reach the fingertips down to the ground. Beautiful. Now make sure that you're not arching in the lower back, so we don't want to stand with a little duck butt here. We want to really draw the navel to the spine a little bit and keep that pelvis upright. Beautiful. Big breath in here. We inhale as we reach the hands up overhead. On an exhale, hinging from the hips with a long straight line in the back, we come all the way back down, rounding only as we approach the floor into our Uttanasana forward fold. From here, hands come to the shins. We slide halfway up, finding that flat back sensation again. And we exhale, hands come all the way down to the ground. From here, let's roll up into standing again. Chin to chest, coming all the way back up into our standing pose. Let's do that two more times. Bend the knees, heels pull in. We reach the arms on the inhale. As we exhale, hinging from the hips, fold forward, straight back, only rounding the spine as we near the floor, fingertips down. Inhale, halfway lift. Knees can be bent here. Pull and squeeze the shoulder blades back and together as we inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold forward and down. Chin to chest, hands are just hanging. Roll up into standing again. That's it. Just getting the juices flowing here. Inhale, bend the knees, pull the heels in, reach the arms up overhead. On an exhale, bending the knees, hinging from the hips, straight back, come forward and down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your hands up the shins or maybe even up to the thighs. Find your flat back. As we exhale, plant the hands down this time. Now step your feet all the way back into your plank pose. Good. From here, either your knees connect down to the floor and you just lower into the belly, or if you want to take it a notch up, you just keep the knees lifted and lower yourself all the way down onto the belly like this. Untucking the toes, toes point back, hands underneath the shoulders, fingers pointing forward. Draw your navel to the spine and tilt your pelvis. Good. Press your pubic bone down, reach the shoulders away from the ears, lift up ever so slightly, baby cobra. Careful here with your neck. We don't want to throw the neck up. Imagine you could reduce wrinkles on your neck by keeping the chin always gently tucked. All right, neck in line of the in extension of the spine. And then exhale, relax, release completely down. Tuck your toes under, either push straight up to plank pose or from here come on to your hands and knees, bending the knees, lifting up into downward facing dog. That's it. Let's take 3 breaths here in downward facing dog, just getting used to this transition pose. Checking if the fingers are pressing down nicely, the shoulders are away from the ears, knees are bent or not, your choice. Chest pushes towards the thighs, flat back, long line, crown of the head to the tailbone. That's it. And then looking forward, you can take one big step with your right foot up in between your hands and then follow with your left, or just repeat that little walk up with your feet all the way up into your forward fold if this is just a little bit too much. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, we fold. And as we inhale, spread your arms, bend your knees. Take that flat position of your back again. Press firmly into your feet as you reach all the way up with the hands coming into standing. We exhale, hands come back down through the heart center into our mountain pose. Awesome. Let's do a couple more of those. Slight bend in the knees. We inhale, heels pull in towards each other as the arms rise up. On an exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your feet back, maybe alternating stepping the left foot back, then the right. Lower down onto your belly. Untuck the toes, elbows squeeze into the body. We inhale. Pubic bone presses down, baby cobra. Exhale, coming all the way onto the belly. Coming back into your downward facing dog, your version. 3 breaths here in downward facing dog, taking this as a transition, but also making sure we use this time to always check in with our breath and notice how we're feeling in our body. Big breath in here. Full breath out. Now looking forward, step your left leg or right leg up or walk your feet up into your forward fold. Halfway lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward, spread your arms, bend the knees, lengthen the spine, root to rise, press your feet down, lift all the way up. And as we exhale, hands come through the heart center all the way back down. Let's do 2 more. Let's increase the speed just a little bit. Heels pull in, slight bend, inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead. As we exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. This time step the other leg back, right leg, then left. Flow into your plank. Come all the way down onto your belly. Toes untuck, elbows squeeze, shoulders away from the ears, navel to spine, lift up into cobra. Careful with the neck. Exhale, relax. Inhale, press back up into your plank and back into downward dog. Again, your chance for 3 mindful breaths. Make the breath nice and long. That's it. Look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat, stepping or walking up into your forward fold. Reaching here, halfway lift, flat back position. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms, rooting the feet, rising the torso all the way up, reaching, maybe gazing up overhead. Exhale, hands come together to the heart. Let's take a little variation for our last one. As we inhale, slight bend in the knees. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, heels pull in. Exhale, fold forward and down. Plant your hands, step your right leg long back. Lift your gaze forward. Push the feet firmly away from each other. Maybe you can hover your fingertips here, pressing the feet so strongly into the ground and away from each other that you have the strength to hover your upper body with the fingers off the floor. That's it. Plant your hands down. Step yourself back into your plank pose and then lower all the way down to the ground. Untucking the toes, elbows squeezed together. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming back through the knees or press up into your plank back to downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Releasing, exhale out. One more. Open your mouth and breathe out through your mouth. That's it. Beautiful. Now from here, let's see if we can step the right leg all the way up in between the hands. If your foot doesn't quite reach, just take your hand for support and guide your ankle all the way up. Press the feet firmly away from each other here. Energize through that back leg. See if you can extend the back knee and lift the back heel off the floor. Now pressing the feet so hard into the ground that you have the strength to maybe lift your fingertips. That's it. Breathing here, lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, hands find the ground again, and we step up with the left foot to meet the right into our Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift here. Inhale, exhale, fold, and then just come all the way down to the ground into a seated position. That's it. You've done a few sun salutations already. Good. Now coming into a cross-legged seat, doesn't matter which foot is in front. We inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, right hand to the left knee, left fingertips behind you, just finding a gentle twist here, coming into an opening of the left shoulder, looking maybe back, maybe straight ahead, just relaxing your neck in any position where you're at. Big breath in as you lengthen the spine, exhaling, twisting. Beautiful. Head back to center, reach the arms all up overhead. As we exhale, keep the length in the spine, twist to your right. Right fingertips meet the ground behind you. Left hand connects to the right knee. Find your twist to the right here. Big inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, see if you can twist, open up the right shoulder. Maybe the right fingertips press down to help you stay lengthened in your spine. That's it. Little oppositional force of the hand and the knee is also quite useful, helpful to find into your twist. On an inhale, head comes back to center, and we rest both hands on the lap here. Close your eyes for a moment. Take this time here to notice maybe a gentle rise of your heartbeat, maybe also an elevation of your energy level. Maybe as you have your eyes closed, you can feel a little bit more energy that we've created in the past few minutes. Simply allow your body for the next few moments to soak up the benefits of this practice. You can stay in your seat, or if you have extra time at hand, feel free to lie down on your back, to turn the video off, and to just stay for as long as you can. Palms together at the heart if you're still seated and joining me with this video. Blink your eyes back open. Thank you so much for joining me on day one of our 24-day journey. And I will see you again tomorrow, I hope. Take care. Have a wonderful day or have a beautiful night. Namaste.